Alright, so I'm gonna hop into this video really quick because you're going to see a live reaction along with me. I just found out about this new thing called Smartboards, and apparently this is Kittle Flows, and I tried it once and I thought it's freaking amazing, and it gave me an idea that you could really do with your brand and how you could explore different creatives for your brand and just really expand your brand really quick. Alright, so honestly this is dope, what I've already come up with just one time, so I can only imagine the possibilities. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is create a new artboard real quick. I'm just gonna go ahead and play around with this on the same project file I've already been, I just started off with. I'm gonna upload my logo right here. This is for my clothing brand After Hours. So what I'm gonna do is click on this. I'm gonna click add smartboard. It's attached to there, and then I'm just gonna try to give me a variation of this logo. I'm just gonna drag that over there. I'm gonna do another one. Give me a variation of this logo with just the letters A and H. I'm hoping this actually works. And then I'm actually gonna do one more. Give me a Chrome version of this logo. I'm gonna try one more. Give me a Brutus type of this logo. Let's see what happens. All right, cool. So it gave me some different variations. This is just a whole different font. This one just shortened up the A and H for me. Obviously I probably could have done that. Let's go ahead and do probably a little more exciting. So I'm gonna try bento layout. That should give me different kind of icons for my brand based off the logo. Let's see what happens there. All right, so that one's pretty cool, and that's pretty crazy how it turned into Chrome just like that. That's pretty crazy. All right, so this one, I actually like this one, this font style. So it's obviously not gonna be perfect, but I can use all of them. I'm gonna check this one out right here. Okay, so it gave me a few different variations. That one's not perfect. I'm gonna delete that one. I'm gonna come back over here. Let's try something else. Add smartboard from that one. I do wish I made that smartboard more vertical first, but let's go ahead and do, just gonna copy and paste this one again. Let's try add a smartboard here. Aspect ratio 2:3. Now here, give me a mosaic style t-shirt design based off that logo. All right, so I guess it didn't get me right. It just kind of mocked it up for me, which is interesting. I guess when it comes to a lot of this AI stuff, it's still based off of the prompts that you give it. So give me probably like 1 minute, I'll probably be really good at this. So I brought this one right here over because I feel like this logo looks a little too plain. So if I already come up with some, pre-made kind of different style variations, I bet you it's gonna look really nice. And then you can start to create brand designs off of that, t-shirt brand designs off of that idea itself. So I'm gonna create a new one right here. I'm gonna copy and paste this one over. Let's try this one. So before that one's going, I see it takes a little bit of time for each one to kind of give it a new prompt, like it has to generate the image. But I have this prompt right here, transform this minimum logo into a bold Y2K aesthetic, etc. So we're gonna see what happens with that right there. And I'm gonna come back over here, and then I think the best way to kind of use it so far is really giving it different types of effects, like turning it into Chrome. That's crazy to me. So for example, let's go ahead and try that out. All right, so here I am. Okay, so you got to be really specific with the prompt. That's kind of crazy though. All right, so I got all of this based off of this, and that's crazy to me because one of the biggest problems I have is like having a logo and coming up with different variations quickly. And I can only be so creative so quickly, but this is allowing me to be creative like really fast. And I can just kind of play around with it and see what I do like and what I don't like, and take apart whatever it may be. So let's go ahead and see. So now it's still kind of in a smartboard form. I guess I could still give it more prompts, but I'm gonna try to convert it to an image. Oh, okay, now it spits out the image over here. All right, so now this is just one kind of solid JPEG. I guess you still have to be specific with the prompts. If it's something like this, you can easily vectorize, but this right here is an image, so you would still have to kind of play around with it. You could probably vectorize it, but that's a whole bunch of colors going on. I'm just gonna, let me click remove background at least. If I can at least just have the font, that'll be kind of interesting. All right, cool. That's pretty solid right there. All right, so now I want to see what vectorize do. I feel like with that kind of Chrome style effect, it'll kind of ruin it. All right, it's not terrible, but yeah, usually if it has too many colors and when you try to vectorize something, it's not perfect. Now I want to see what kind of different effects I could really get. Something like that, like how I got the Chrome, right? I'm gonna delete this one because actually not delete it, just delete this part, and then I'm gonna bring over, let's see, which one do I really like? Kind of like this style right here. Let's copy and paste that real quick. And then now we're gonna go ahead and resize that like this. Now we're gonna put the brand slogan on here. Actually, that just gives me a whole nother idea. Let me go find something with a phrase and bring it on over here. So I'm just gonna click on templates real quick. All right, so I have this one and stuff like this. I'm just gonna drag to the side. I like that type of stuff, but I don't want it to be one of the main things that I'm changing right now. So some of these are capitalized in the original and some are not. I kind of like that off balance, maybe something like that. Cool. All right, so I have this right here. Let's see what happens. I'm going to add smartboard. All right, so I'm just gonna try to be simple with the prompt and see what happens. I said psychedelic liquid trippy. I want to make this design psychedelic trippy, whatever. So gonna do one more, add smartboard, turn this into a fire flame style. Let's go ahead and do one more smartboard, turn this into a butterfly core, angel core style, happy, friendly design. I don't know where I'm going down, but I'm hoping it comes into like that groovy looking cartoonish happy earth kind of design. All right, boom, here we go. All right, the first one, nah, I mean, maybe if it was like for a flyer or something cool. This one though, that's crazy, man. That's pretty crazy. With like a direct to garment print with that's honestly pretty crazy, man. That's crazy. Oh, what I don't like is this part right here. It says days twice. I guess you would have to either reprompt that or you could probably use a erase tool to go around it. All right, now that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You probably don't have the same vision I do, but I think that's pretty dope. I think if you remove some of the butterflies, put it on a blue shirt or something, man, that's pretty cool. That's pretty crazy. So all of this right now, like this whole Kittle Flows situation is just really based off how creative you could be. Once again, so I'm coming back over here. The prompts that I used in the very beginning weren't the greatest, but if you're already good at like, you know, being very descriptive with your prompts, you could go crazy with this stuff. I want to try something. Add smartboard. All right, that's pretty cool as well. So now this is where you really get creative. I pretty much just said, just give me the icons on this design, such as the angel and butterfly. Now I have these icons. Now check this out, because I know this is just an image once I click convert to image, and I want things to kind of be separate. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to click this one to convert this one to an image, because I know this one's going to be very nice when it comes to being vectorized. I'm going to remove the background real quick. Now I'm going to vectorize this one. I see about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe like 6 or 7 colors. I'm just gonna go with 10. And now I'm gonna take this one right here. Let me just copy this one, paste this artboard. Now I'm gonna take this one, gonna reformat to more of a t-shirt size. Cool, these are vectors now. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna kind of rearrange this one. All right, so I have this a little bit kind of different. It's not perfect. I still need some rearrangements, but I just kind of want to get an idea of what it's about to look like. So now I'm going to, I guess I could change the background for now and see what it looked like on a different color shirt. So it would have to be like a blue color shirt or something like that. And then we're gonna drag all of the text, and then we'll click on text, maybe move the shadow on this one, also remove the shadow on this one. Let's see what happens if we select everything, and it won't allow me to add a stroke on everything at once. So it's just, I'm gonna click border. So now I guess I could just right click, group it, and then we're gonna copy and paste it, and then we'll just move it down a little bit, and then we'll make this one a nice little subtle pink color, and then we'll move this to the back a little bit. I like where I'm going with this. I'm gonna right click. I don't know. I'd have to ungroup it, kind of play with the stroke and stuff, but I'm just kind of excited right now to take this, and then what I'm gonna do is, I should have separated this file first, so this is gonna suck. I should have did this earlier, but what I'm going to do is, actually I can just probably copy and paste it. So I'm gonna erase. I'm gonna have to rasterize it back, which kind of sucks. Erase this butterfly real quick. Now I have my angel. This is pretty nice right here, and then over here, boom, I have my butterfly. Yeah. All right, so right now it's okay. It looks okay. You gotta play around with a lot of things. You could change the angel color. You have to revectorize it once again, which is kind of, and then I can come over here, add a smartboard. Oh, you know what? I just had an idea. So I kind of got this layout from here. I like this layout a whole lot better. Now, what happens if we do a smartboard based off of this one? I gave it the most generic prompt ever. I'll tell you what it was after this, and I hope it was a pretty good prompt. Hopefully it worked. Yo, it gave me the clouds and the stars based off of this one. I love these clouds and stars too. And that's pretty good, like promo image if you need it for like Instagram or something too. Like you put the mock-up in front of that. Man, that's pretty sick. Oh yeah, back to the original while that one is loading. All I did was came on here and I just had this template pulled up, found out about Kittle Flows. All I typed in on this one was just give me a Chrome version of this one, and that popped up, which is crazy. So it's really good at the effects. It's really good at coming up with different variations. It's really good at just imagining your clone brand in different types of styles, still being able to get the elements off of it. Honestly, I would say like 3-4 years ago, like before AI really became a thing, I could never imagine this thing like existing. So all I did right here, I just told it to kind of clean this up. I don't really like what it did here. Let me try one more prompt, clean this design up and make it look better. All right, so I'm gonna delete this. All right, so I used different prompts on all of them, and this is crazy. All right, so make this design look like a 3D Y2K poster. Got this one going on. This one looks a whole lot better than the original. If you want to turn this into a t-shirt print, just remove the background. That's gonna look crazy. This one right here is kind of hard to see. You could probably add another smartboard to it, but that works good as like a canvas print or something like that. Let me try one thing. Down here, that one looks pretty crazy as well. So I need to get a little bit better at the prompts and just tell them to make it transparent. Oh, right here, I was probably supposed to do this, transparent background, and then click generate again. All right, so while that one's generating again, I'm gonna come down to this one. This one's pretty crazy too. So if I would have made this with a transparent background, you would have more of an idea of like where it's headed. So this is the vaporwave aesthetic. You know, you probably seen this and you probably didn't know what it was called and whatnot, but this is like, it kind of gives it that video game kind of style and look. So now if you have an idea of a design, you can just kind of create the foundation of it, the baseline of it, and then give it the prompts based off the smartboard, and man, just let that take you 100 different ways, which is, to me, is pretty crazy. All right, so I told it to mock it up on a canvas. That looks pretty cool. I'm gonna come down here and just kind of see what's up with this one. All right, so all I did was click transparent background, but now I lost the last design, but I actually like this one a little bit better. So in order to turn this into a full-on t-shirt print design, we got to be careful with our prompts. We just got to go ahead and tell them to remove the background in the first place, not add like the torn paper and stuff, because it did it like made it look like a torn paper. So we got to be pretty specific with some of the prompts, but I'm sure we could also convert it to an image and probably remove the background here. I'm not sure how perfect this is going to be. I think we need to be more specific to begin with. All right, so this is pretty decent. I still get like all this text is what I really like, and then I could probably just tell this one, add a smartboard and just give me the butterfly on fire, and then re-add that. So man, pretty crazy. So make sure you guys give this a try. Honestly, it's pretty crazy. I know Kittle's doing a crazy giveaway with this right now, so all you need to do is share your design that you made with the Kittle Flow on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, whatever it may be. Just tag Kittle and submit the post, and then you'll be able to claim 100 free AI credits, and you can do this up to 3 times per day. So that's pretty crazy. I'll post that instructions down below as well, so you can get free AI credits just sharing this image. I thought it was like you have to win a giveaway. I think you're just getting free AI credits just posting your image that you created. So I'll post that down below as well. Make sure you guys give this a try. Hit subscribe, hit comment, hit like if you like this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.